Hello, I'm glad you joined me for today's practice. Today we're going to focus a little bit on balance. There aren't going to be that many balance poses necessarily, but focusing on the foundation of our balance. I really think that right now, with a lot of people working from home and the onslaught of media that we're finding, a lot of us are out of balance, and maybe we'll be challenged with finding a work and life balance in the coming weeks. And it's important to remember that we find our balance by knowing when to hold on and when to let go, when to surrender entirely, and when we can seek control over things. And sometimes having that knowledge is what's so difficult. Yoga can help us with that. Coming back to our breath and really being in tune with our bodies will help us to find that balance. And so we also focus on finding our foundation in order to seek balance and setting our focus on one thing. So we'll start today's practice in the foundation of most practices, which is that child's pose. Knees come to the outer edges of the mat. Big toes typically touch. Hips sink back. Arms reach forward. And we'll take a deep breath in here. Open mouth, exhale it out. Inhale. Exhale. Deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale it out. And then settle into that ocean wave of breath that you create by simply breathing through the nose. There's a slight constriction to the back of the throat. Think about breathing through that spot right between the collarbones. Each inhale nourishes the body. Each exhale releases. Release the shoulders. Let go of the tension in the forearms and the fingers. Let the hips release. And then take note. If you're finding that the way that you sat isn't quite right, you need to bring the knees in or further out, make those adjustments. We'll be here for a few more cycles of breath. Rising up to a tabletop position. Shoulders are directly over the wrists. On an inhale, lift chin, chest, tailbone to the sky for cow pose. Exhale, round the back to come into cat. Inhale, returning to cow, a little bit deeper this time. Feel the stretch in the belly. Exhale, round for cat. Really push the shoulder blades up. Gaze to the belly button. And then we'll make circles with the body. So send those hips over to the left and all the way back around. Do that one more time to the left. This is dancing lion. And then make your way to the right. Coming back to center. Nice neutral spine. Send the right leg long behind you, toes on the earth. Push back into that heel. Feel the stretch in the calf muscle. Maybe you rock a little bit back and forth to warm up the sole of the foot. Eventually coming back to neutral, shoulders over wrists. Lift the right foot to hip height. Push the earth away with the right hand. Reach the left arm forward. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, elbow to knee right below you. Inhale, stretch long. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach it out long. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale to find length. And set it down, tabletop. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, round to come into cat. Returning to neutral, send the left leg long behind you, toes on the earth. Start by stretching out the calf muscle by pushing through that heel. Shoulders are behind the wrist. And then maybe a little bit of rocking from front to back. Coming back to center, lift that left foot hip height. Push the earth away with the left hand, reach the right arm forward. So there's some space in that left armpit here. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale to draw it in. Inhale, find the length. Exhale to set it down. Hands walk forward about 2 inches. Push into the fingertips, into the knuckles and the thumbs. Tuck the toes under, send hips high, downward facing dog. Set your drishti, your gaze, your focus right between your feet. On an inhale, lift the heels toward sky. Exhale, lower the heels toward the mat. Inhale, lifting the heels. Exhale to lower them. Inhale, waving it forward, high plank. Exhale, sending it back, down dog. Inhale, wave it forward. Exhale, send it back. Take another deep breath in. Exhale it out. Walk the feet to the top of the mat. Inhale for a halfway lift. Nice flat back here. Hands can be to the shins. You can bend the knees and have fingertips on the earth. Exhale to hinge forward. Inhale to rise up tall. Feel the foundation of the feet. Exhale, goal post the arms, push the hips forward, send the gaze up, elbows push forward, palms to sky. Little back bend here. Inhale, reach back up tall. Exhale, hands come to the heart. Close the eyes. Take a cycle of breath here in gratitude for someone or something in your day today. And a cycle of breath in forgiveness of yourself or of another. And we'll take a cycle of breath to set an intention. Perhaps that is to find balance. Releasing your hands to your sides, palms face forward. On an inhale, come to chair pose. Bending the knees, lifting the arms, shifting weight into the heels here. Squeezing the glutes, activate the glute muscles. Exhale, hinging forward. Inhale, lift halfway. On the exhale, step the left foot back. Release the knee to the earth. Inhale, sweep the arms tall. Exhale, goal post the arms. Inhale, hands reach to the sky. Exhale, bring the hands to the earth. Bring the right knee back, lower down to the belly. Hands are underneath the shoulders, elbows squeeze back, root into the feet. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, lower. Come through the knees, down dog. Inhale, right leg lifts, hip height. Exhale to step it forward. Inhale, spin the back heel down, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, hands to the earth. Inhale, step the left foot forward, halfway lift. Exhale to hinge forward. Inhale, chair pose. Stay here for 2 more cycles of breath. Exhale to hinge forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, right foot steps back, knee to the earth. Inhale, arms reach tall. Exhale, goalpost the arms, push the hips forward. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, hands to the earth, bring the left knee back, lower down to the belly. Cobra pose on the inhale. Exhale to lower. Coming to the knees, sending it back, down dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step it forward, back heel to the earth. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, hands to the earth. Step the right foot forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to hinge. Inhale, rise tall, mountain pose, Tadasana. We'll take some sun A's here. Exhale, folding forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, step it back. High plank. Option to come to the knees. Stay here for a moment. So your hands are right under your shoulders, perhaps a little bit wider. Come onto your tiptoes, shift your face forward. Draw the belly in. Push through the shoulder blades up to the sky, lower halfway, just to the height of the elbows. Inhale through, up dog. Exhale it back, down dog. Knowing that you can use your knees to support you with the chaturanga. Take another deep breath in. Exhale it out. Inhale to come to the top of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, root down to rise up tall, Tadasana. Exhale, folding forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, lifting halfway. Exhale, stepping it back. High plank, shift the face forward, lower halfway. Inhale through, up dog. Exhale it back, down dog. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to the top of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, rise tall, Tadasana. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, step it back. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Deep breath in. And out. Walk your hands 1 inch closer to the body and 1 inch closer to one another. We're going to try an arm balance here for those of you who'd like to. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, knee comes forward to the right tricep. Everyone can do this with us. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, knee comes forward to right tricep. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee comes forward. Come to the top of that left foot. Push the knee as far forward as you can. Bend the left elbow into your hip bone. Face comes forward. The block's in my way. And then you lift that back foot. Try not to lower your head too much, and your butt does not want to go up into the sky or it will be like a teeter-totter. Send that right leg back up high. Exhale, step it forward, low lunge. Find your foundation here. Knee is directly over the ankle. Push down into the right heel. Draw the right hip in. Engage that glute. Rise up, crescent lunge. Pushing the earth away with that right foot will help so that you're not sinking into the right hip crease too much. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, twisting to your right. Send your gaze as far back as you can. Squeeze inner thighs together. Lifting that back heel, maybe a little bit higher. Inhale, return to crescent. Interlace fingers overhead, index fingers push up to the sky. Squeeze arms into the head and bring it forward, lifting that left leg, warrior three. Bend the front knee, step the left foot to the back of the mat, and open up, warrior two. Back toes might point straight forward. They also might point a little bit in towards the right foot. Shift the rib cage forward, side angle pose. Right hand hovers inside that front ankle or comes to a block. Left arm reaches taller. Flip the palm, bring the hand behind the back, half bind. Open up the left shoulder here. Feel the sternum turning towards sky. Arm reaches back up to the sky. Rise up, warrior two. Exhale to sink into the pose. Inhale, flip the front palm, reach forward, and then back, reverse your warrior. Stay with that beautiful lunge in the front leg. Still pushing into both heels. Deep breath in, stretch a little bit further back. Exhale to half moon. Right hand can come to that block in front of you. Left leg lifts. Left arm reaches. You're being pulled in all different directions here. And when that happens, we breathe. We find little enhancements for the pose, a block to help us. If we eventually find our balance, we might lift the hand from the block, bring it toward the heart for poet's pose. On an exhale, release it all into a forward fold, stepping the left foot to meet the right. And then grab that block, separate the feet to bring the block between the thighs, and sink into a chair pose. Squeeze the thighs into the block. That helps to support the knees and the low back, which we all could use that support. Right hand comes to the hip, left arm reaches taller. Exhale, twist to the right, left elbow outside the right thigh. Lift the heart, sink the hips, and then bring the palms together. Squeeze into the block. Exhale, hinge forward. Release the block, set it in front of you. And we'll take a gorilla pose, Padahastasana. Soles of the feet, palms of the hands come underneath the soles of the feet. Release the crown of the head, the neck and the jaw. Maybe some swaying side to side. And then release the hands from under the feet, toe, heel, feet together. Inhale, lift halfway, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands. Step or jump it back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Walk the hands 1 inch closer to you. 1 inch closer to each hand. So think about, each side is going to be different. So even if you weren't able to find the balance on the other side, you might on this side. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, draw the knee forward, outside of the tricep. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bring that knee forward. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, draw the knee as far forward as you can. Come to the tiptoes of the right foot. Bend the right elbow into the hip bone. Shift the face forward. And the leg kind of just lifts on its own. You can straighten your left leg, make a big L. Maybe you fall out. That's okay too. We'll meet in a three-legged downward dog. And exhale, step it forward, low lunge. Draw the left hip in, engage the glute, push down into the left heel, lift the arms, crescent lunge. Anjaneyasana. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, twisting to the left. Send your gaze back. Lift the back heel a little bit higher. Inhale, return to crescent. Fingertips or fingers interlace overhead. Squeeze the elbows together, or the arms into the head, I should say, and then shoot it forward, warrior three. Bend the front knee, step it back, open up, warrior two. Soften the shoulders, allow the shoulder blades to fall down the back. Shift the rib cage forward a little bit, release the left hand inside the front leg. Right fingertips reach tall, stretch out the arm, flip the palm, bring it behind the back, half bind on this side. Push into the knife edge of that right foot. Feel the stretch along the outer edge of that right leg. Arm reaches back up to the sky. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale to surrender into the pose. Inhale, flip the front palm, reach forward and back to reverse your warrior. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, half moon. Left hand comes to that block. Right leg lifts. Right arm lifts to the sky. And yeah, it might take a little hop, step, and a jump to get to the half moon. It's all good. You might just land there perfectly. Not very likely though. Once you find your balance or feel like you can let go, maybe you release that bottom hand and bring it up toward the heart. Release it all forward into a forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale to hinge. Grab that block. Bring it between the thighs. Sink back into a chair pose. Left hand comes to the hip. Right arm reaches tall. Exhale to twist to the left. Right elbow outside the left thigh. Once you're there, stretch the chest forward. Bring palms together. Sink the hips back. Squeeze into the block. And exhale to hinge. Set the block off to the side or in front of you. Step the feet to the outer edge of the mat. Come into a Malasana yogi squat. Start by allowing the hips to sink down toward earth. Know that you can also use a block underneath you and just kind of sit onto that block. Otherwise, bring hands to heart center, close the eyes. Return to that intention that you set at the very beginning of class. And then release onto your back. Grab the block. A lot of balance comes from having a strong core, a strong focus, a strong foundation, really. And so as we come onto our backs, we'll bring that block. I like to use it the medium way, between the thighs, just below the knees. And then your hands can come behind the head. Lift the head off of the earth and the shoulders. Point the toes. Push the lower back down. Take a deep breath in. And lower the toes to the tip top of the mat. Exhale, bringing it back up. We'll take 10 of these. That was 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Check in. Push the lower back down. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. 2 more. You've got this. Deep breath in and out. Inhale. Exhale. Nice job. Release it down. We'll take a bridge pose here. Feet come into the sit bones, arms long at your sides. Push lower back down, heels into the earth. Balls of the feet as well. Robot the arms by bending the elbows. And then lift the hips. Push down into the arms. For those of you who'd like to take a wheel pose, toe heel your feet out maybe an inch. Bring the hands behind the shoulders. Fingertips forward. Push down into the hands, straightening the elbows. Maybe you come to the balls of the feet, lifting the heels, or walk the feet forward to release any crunching in the low back. Take 2 more cycles of breath, either in your wheel or your bridge pose. And lower it down. Draw the knees into the chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Roll a little bit one direction and then the other. Hands come underneath the thighs. Rock and roll. 3 times. And make your way to down dog. Settle in here. Inhale, lifting that right leg. Exhale, stepping it forward. Spin the back heel so that you have about a 45-degree angle with the back foot. Root down to rise up, warrior 1. Let the lower body surrender. Left thigh spins toward earth. Inhale, reach nice and tall. Exhale to airplane the arms. Step forward with that right foot. You're pushing down into it to lift the left leg. Airplane pose. Allow yourself to hold on where you need to by pushing into the earth, drawing the glute in, and let go where you can. Hands come to the earth for standing splits. Release the crown of the head down, soften the shoulders. Lift the gaze, bend the front knee. Step the left foot to the back of the mat. Rise up, warrior two. Fingertips interlace behind the back. Knuckles push down, gaze goes up. Open up the collarbones. Exhale, hinge forward, humble warrior, bowing to your inner strength. Knuckles can stay at the low back, or you can reach them up to the sky for a deeper stretch. But release the crown of the head. Slowly rise back up. Warrior two. Straighten the front leg. Reach the right fingertips forward. Further than you think you need to. Feel the hips jutting out, and then release into Trikonasana, triangle pose. Hand comes to the shin or the ankle. Left fingertips reach tall. Feel your feet growing roots below you, but soften the toes. They don't need to grip. No white knuckles. Gaze goes down to the right foot. Left hand to the earth. Low lunge. Lift that back heel. Root down into the left hand. Reach the right hand high. Low lunge twist. So a little advanced move here. Side plank will be next. Turn your toes to the right. Come to the knife edge of your left foot. And then stretch the right leg long on top of it to find your side plank. Lift the hips to the sky as though someone's actually pulling your hips up. Top hand to the earth, high to low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step it forward. Back heel comes down. Rise up, warrior one. Spinning right thigh toward earth, push down into your left heel. Soften the shoulders by curling pinkies toward one another. Inhale to reach taller. Exhale, airplane the arms. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Find length in the spine. Shift all of the way forward. Come into that full airplane. Find your focus for your gaze. Send your breath through the back foot. Release the hands to the earth for standing splits. Lift your gaze, bend the front knee, step the foot to the back of the mat. Rise up, warrior two. Fingers interlace behind you, knuckles push down, gaze goes up. Exhale, hinge forward, humble warrior. This time bowing to the strength of everyone surrounding you. Push the earth away with that left heel so that you're not finding any tightness in the hip crease. Rise back up. Warrior two. Straighten the front leg. Reach the left fingertips forward. Right hips reach. Reach a little bit further forward and then release. Triangle pose. Turning sternum towards sky. Tucking the left hip under. Opening up the right hip. Gaze comes down to the left foot. Release the right hand to the earth. Low lunge. Pop up that back heel. Root into the right hand. Reach the left hand high. Low lunge, twist. And then here's that fancy move. Turn your toes to the left. Come to the knife edge of your right foot. Step the left leg back. Side plank. Gaze can go up to the top hand. It can stay at the side. You can also gaze down. Top hand to the earth. High to low plank or skip it. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Take a deep breath in. And out. Inhale. Exhale. Step it forward and come to seated. All right, I'm going to face you here. So we'll start with a figure four, seated figure four. Hands can come behind you. Bend your right knee and then cross the left ankle over the right thigh. You might lean back, but then come forward. Nice, tall, proud chest. Pushing into the hands. Really push that knee forward, perhaps flexing that left foot. Breathe here. You might feel quite a bit of tightness. You can kind of choose how tight that is by walking that right foot forward or walking it a little bit closer to the body. And then we're going to cradle that left leg, rock the baby. So stretch out your right leg nice and long in front of you and simply cradle that left leg. Maybe you'll rock from side to side just to open things up. Those of you who have taken my class before, don't worry, we're not going for the arm balance here. We've already done an arm balance today. Maybe next time. And then release that and step that left foot over the right thigh. Hook the right arm into the knee. Send that left arm behind you. Hand pushes into the earth to straighten the spine and gaze back. So some people might like to bring their elbow outside, but I find that often you are just using that to really torque the spine and you may do some damage. So here, we're really focusing on allowing the spine to do the twist and stretching out the side of the leg. A little bit of the IT band. Come back to center, left leg goes long. Staff pose, hands come to your sides. I'll turn for this. Inhale, arms reach tall. Exhale to hinge forward. I like a little bit of a bend to my knees as I hinge, but you're reaching the crown of your head forward, still a proud chest. Your hands might be here. This could be your forward fold. Or you might be reaching for the soles of your feet. Rise back up. And we'll take the opposite side for our seated half pigeon. So the left foot's on the earth. Right ankle crosses over the left thigh. Hands are behind you. Flex that foot. Rock the baby. Send the left leg long as you cradle your right leg. Opening things up here. And then step the sole of the right foot on the opposite side of the left thigh. Hook that left elbow around the right knee. Send the right arm behind you. Push down to lengthen out the spine and twist. Sending your gaze back over your right shoulder will give your eyes a bit of a stretch too. Many of you are on a computer all day long, so stretch out the eyeballs. And we'll come back to center. Come on to your backs. We'll take one more bridge pose. This time we'll bring the block between the thighs. Arms long at your sides. Push down into the head to tuck the shoulders under. Draw the belly in as you push the low back down, and then lift the hips. You might interlace the fingers under you. You don't have to. You can also reach for the inside of the heels. Squeeze into that block. Lowering it down. Set the block off to the side. Separate the feet to the outer edges of the mat. Arms come out to a T. Let the knees fall over to the right. Torso stays square. Left shoulder's on the earth. If you'd like a little deeper stretch for the left IT band especially, the sole of the right foot or the right foot can pull down on the left thigh. Releasing that, bringing the knees back up to center. Push down into the feet to lift the hips. Realign, and then allow the knees to fall over to the left. Left foot can come to the right thigh to pull down, but remember that that's just an option. Truly listen to what your body needs and do the pose that's right for you today. And maybe it's not this at all. Releasing that. Draw the knees into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Come to a happy baby pose. Hands reach for the soles of the feet. Knees butterfly open toward the armpits. Allow the feet to push up into the hands and the hands to pull down. Soften the shoulders, the jaw. Maybe some movement here. Definitely a smile. Knees come into the chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Reach for the soles of your feet, forehead to the knees. And release into Shavasana. Final resting pose. And it's easy to pack up your mat here, turn this off, and skip Shavasana. But to truly find balance, we also need to rest. So give yourself this opportunity to take a few moments to focus on your breath. Let the inhale nourish the body. And let the exhale cleanse. Let go of your deep breath and come to your natural breath. Take note of any places where you might still have tension. Maybe it's the ankles, the fingers or the thumb, the shoulders, forehead or jaw. And see if you can soften in those places. Inhale and exhale. Bringing your breath into balance. Find some movement for the head, side to side. Arms reach overhead, full body stretch. Arch the back as you reach the fingertips overhead, point the toes. And on an exhale, slight bend to the knees as you roll to your right side. Allow this fetal position to be that opportunity for a new beginning. To truly find balance, we have to let go of what was. Don't worry too much about what will be, and just focus on what is. Rising up to Sukhasana, cross-legged seated position. Closing the eyes, hands come to heart center. We'll seal in our practice with a few breaths in community. Take a deep breath in and out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, thumbs to third eye center. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. Bowing it forward. Namaste. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you again soon.